This is the market report for Southeast Michigan for September. And the activity for the market has been consistent, as we've been saying all year, in terms of buyer activity remaining strong. And not surprising, in September, listing activity rose. There are more listings on the market this year than last September. Looking at traffic activity, sort of the things that predict how sales are going to be in the next couple of months. Foot traffic to open houses, showings, and web internet traffic. As we showed last month, the internet traffic was going up, and there was a recent chart that the National Association of Realtors put out on a national level on foot traffic, people looking at houses. And it showed that the activity was up over last year and continuing to grow, and our own numbers show that as well. So now there are more listings on the market, and that tends to generate more foot traffic. So, but best as we can tell, it looks like going into the fall, into the winter, there are probably as many buyers looking around now as there were last year. The difference, of course, are that there are more listings available now than last year, and that's really true in most every price range. So therefore, as we've said before, it looks to sellers for the most part that the market is slower, because same amount of buyers, more listings, there are fewer buyers per listing. So what can sellers expect going into the fall and winter? Well, this time of year is a little bit slower. So I think you can expect fewer showings. You can expect the days on market, therefore, to expand. They have been all year, particularly in the upper price range, over 500,000, but actually in all price ranges, the days on market have been, there's some months they've gone down, but in general there are more months this year that have been up than down. So you can expect, probably from an appreciation standpoint, although values have been continuing to go up month over month throughout the year, we've seen a change in direction for over 500,000, as we said, where values have actually flattened out and gone down in some instances. But in general, you can see that values probably aren't going to be rising as much through the winter and through the fall as they had in the spring. So from a seller standpoint, the old Clash song, "Should I stay or should I go?" So the question is should you stay put now, or should you and wait for next year? I think realistically, between now and next spring, you're probably not going to see a big value change. So if you're looking for values to rise dramatically, particularly in the upper end, that won't be the case. So don't wait for that occurrence. You really make your decision based on your own personal housing needs and not necessarily the financial issues, because they're not going to change dramatically between now and then. Although there is one thing on the buy side that you should be aware of, is that it's more likely that interest rates will be higher a year from now or next spring than they are now. So that alone may cause you to make some decisions to try to move this fall and this winter and to lock down those rates. The general consensus is that interest rates will still be in the 5% range throughout next year, but it's still come up from the 4% range now. In general, still a good time to buy a house. Fall activity, it looks good. We think we're going to be going into next year with about the same momentum we went into 2015. All good news. Great weather, good time to buy a house. Thanks.